News with Eris Stewart. Good morning, Eris.
Good morning, Sophie.
We start with the headlines.
Nationwide salary survey launched to address data gap in Mauritius labour market. Fuel prices remain unchanged despite drop in international market rates. 10 new electric buses hit the roads thanks to India-Mauritius partnership. Retirees to be allowed 1 year stay abroad under new Finance Act provision. Former police commissioner absent in court of Juliette death inquiry. Conditional release for ASP Muniarat and Sergeant Siborat in reward money probe. In world news, Trump imposes 25% tariff on Indian goods over Russian oil imports. And in sports news, Mauritius holds second place at CJSOI with strong showing in badminton. In Mauritius, the lack of reliable data on salaries, working conditions and employee aspirations is a real obstacle both for businesses and workers. It's in this context that the Salary Observatory is launching a nationwide survey to shed light on the labour market and uncover key trends. We hear more from Ashi Bachu.
Setting fair wages, attracting the right candidates, retaining employees. These are just some of the challenges faced by Mauritian companies today in a labour market that is rapidly evolving, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. To address these issues, a new platform has just been launched, the Salary Observatory, aimed at gathering reliable and up-to-date data on salaries, as well as on the expectations and working conditions of Mauritians. A nationwide survey open to employees across all sectors is taking place this month. According to co-founder and director Delphine Taylor, this isn't just a survey about salaries. It also covers non-financial benefits, career progression, remote work, and training needs. All of this to provide a complete picture of the job market in Mauritius. In fact, this is not the first time that the team behind the Salary Observatory has undertaken such an initiative. Back in 2021, a first pilot survey was launched to better understand the gap between available skills in the market and those actually in demand by employers. The initiative saw strong engagement with more than 2,500 people and 500 companies participating in just a month. A second survey, this time focused on salaries, followed soon after. Early trends emerging from this latest survey are already revealing. Just over a quarter of participants say that their top priority in the coming months is to upskill. On the other hand, some employees are saying that they are looking for more flexible working conditions or even considering moving abroad. These responses suggest a disconnect between what workers are looking for today and what the market currently offers. Delphine Taylor also points out that the Salary Observatory is a survey institute, not a trade union or an HR consultancy. Its only goal is to provide accurate information to improve the labour market in Mauritius. To take part, employees can visit the website of the Salary Observatory. Their personalized report will be sent to them in full confidentiality.
Meanwhile, unionist Radhakrishna Sajan welcomes the initiative, saying it comes at the right time as the next Labour Summit approaches in September. He believes the survey will help better understand the expectations of Mauritian workers. To retain talent, he says companies must respond to what workers truly want.
We are currently facing a workforce issue in Mauritius across various sectors. At the same time, many employees and young people are exploring job opportunities abroad. Personally, I believe a workplace should not be defined by salary alone. The relationships we build with our colleagues are important. Employees should have the space to take initiative without facing discrimination. Equal rights must be ensured and everyone should feel that their work is valued. Nowadays, flexible working hours are also a key consideration. We need to take the work-life balance in account. If we continue to lose our Mauritian workforce, we may need to rely on foreign labor. But foreign workers do not bring the unique Mauritian touch that locals have. That's why I believe this ongoing exercise is timely. However, it's crucial that we apply the recommendations that emerge from it. It should not just be an academic exercise without proper follow-up.
And moving to fuel prices, where there is no change in prices at the pump. The State Trading Corporation has announced that petrol and diesel prices remain unchanged. Following assessment, the Petroleum Pricing Committee noted a drop in international market prices, but it was below 4% for petrol, marking a price revision unnecessary under current regulations. The price of petrol therefore stays at 61 rupees 20 per litre. As for diesel, despite a decline in prices, the stabilization account shows a deficit of 2.7 billion rupees. The result, the price remains 58.95 per litre. 10 new electric buses from the National Transport Corporation hit the roads yesterday, made possible through collaboration with the Indian government. By the end of the year, India will have donated 100 electric buses to Mauritius. A launch ceremony took place yesterday morning in the presence of the Prime Minister. Dr. Navin Ramgoolam called this a sign of strong partnership and shared vision between the two countries for sustainable development. He added that this milestone is essential for the modernization of the public transport system. We listen to this extract.
The introduction of these electric buses is a critical step in reducing our carbon footprint, cutting fuel imports, and improving air quality. They will revolutionize the commuting experience for thousands of Mauritians with lower operating costs, reduced noise pollution, and enhanced passenger comfort. As part of its first international electric mobility project, India, through Switch Mobility Automobile Limited, is allowing Mauritius to be the very first country in our region to operate electric buses on a massive scale. We envision deeper partnership with India in renewable energy, electric vehicle infrastructure, and smart city technologies.
And Social Integration Minister Ashok Subron held a press briefing yesterday regarding a new measure for retirees. He addressed the struggles of elderly people who travel abroad to help care for grandchildren shortly after their birth. This regulation will change with the enactment of the Finance Act, the minister announced. Retirees will be allowed to stay abroad for up to 1 year, but only for the first 12 months after the law comes into force. After that, the permitted stay returns to 6 months as initially set. Shabniz Uzia Waidali tells us more.
They tell you they are traveling abroad to visit their grandchildren. And indeed, there are many Mauritians living overseas, perhaps around 400,000. Older people often travel to take care of their grandchildren, especially when they are newborns. Often, their pension money is used to pay for the plane ticket. And because of the current regulation, they have to return after 6 months. This regulation is now changing. They will be allowed to stay for 1 year. This money can be used either to buy a ticket or to spend more time living with their children and grandchildren. It's an important measure that reflects the compassion and humanism that characterize this government.
Qui caractérise nous-mêmes, mais aussi qui caractérise sa gouvernement.
And in court-related news, disappointment in court yesterday morning. Former Police Commissioner Anil Kumar Dip did not appear as part of the inquiry into the death of Jacqueline Juliette. Lawyer Nataraj Munisamy has requested that Dip be formally summoned to appear on August 22. Attorney Ramavalaiden, representing the Juliette family, called Dip's absence an affront to justice. Contacted for comment, former CP Anil Kumar Dip said he never received a formal court summons. Had he received an official one, he would have attended. He emphasized that he respects institutions and still resides at his Rosebell home. Ashibachu and Shabniz Uzia Waidali tell us more.
His appearance had been announced by Barrister Munisamy, representing the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, on Wednesday, 6 August. However, to everyone's surprise, Anil Kumar Dip did not show up in court, a move that stunned both Barrister Valaiden and the family of late Jacqueline Juliette.
If he had informed to hear both individuals on the same day. He didn't inform the court, not even through a legal representative, not even an email or a letter, not even through the DPP's office. Mr. Dip knows these procedures. He says he didn't receive a letter from the court. He might as well say he didn't read the newspapers.
His hearing was supposed to take place alongside that of Dr. Sudesh Kumar Gangadin, who was also not heard on that day. According to Barrister Valaiden, the Avengers legal team will file a motion requesting that another forensic pathologist be called to testify in the inquiry. This expert will be asked to give an opinion on the initial post-mortem report. The name of the new doctor is expected to be revealed by this Friday.
I will contact them again to see if they can assist. There might be 2 or 3 doctors who will give their opinions.
As a reminder, on May 2nd, French forensic pathologist Dr. Pierre Perrich presented the findings of his counter-autopsy conducted after the exhumation of the body on April 24th. He concluded that there were no bone fractures and pointed out that due to the partially mummified state of the body, it was impossible to determine direct physical violence as the cause of death. Barrister Munisami has once again requested that Anil Kumar Dep be officially summoned to appear in court on August 22nd.
And staying in court-related news, Assistant Superintendent of Police Faraz Muniarat and Sergeant Yeshdeo Siborat were granted conditional release yesterday on August 6. They were arrested as part of the investigation into the reward money system and appeared before the Port Louis District Court. Pranav Bihari reports.
A long-awaited decision in a case that has drawn public attention for several days. ASP Faraz Muniarot and Sergeant Yeshdeo Siberot, both members of the police force, appeared before Magistrate Prashant Besun this Wednesday at the Port Louis Court. Woman Chief Inspector RM1, representing the FCC, raised no objection to their release on bail. However, she pointed out that although no money was credited to ASP Muniarot's account, he had recommended the transaction in his capacity as a senior officer. Faraz Muniarot, represented by attorney Isham Ozier, is provisionally charged with public official using office for gratification. He was granted bail against a bond of 300,000 rupees. As for Sergeant Siborot, represented by attorney Nadim Haider Khan, he is facing a provisional charge of money laundering. The conditions of his release are more stringent: 3 separate bonds of 500,000 rupees each, a debt acknowledgement of 2 million rupees, daily reporting to the nearest police station between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. and a ban contacting witnesses involved in the case. Their court appearance is part of the ongoing investigation into the reward money system, an internal bonus scheme now under intense scrutiny.
And you're listening to RM1, where we move international. In the United States, Donald Trump has imposed an additional 25% tariff on Indian products, criticizing New Delhi's continued purchase of Russian oil. This is ahead of new tariff measures targeting major U.S. trade partners. The surcharge adds to another 25% tariff set to come into effect soon. According to the presidential decree, the new tariff will take effect in 21 days, and several product categories will be exempt, limiting its overall impact. And finally, in sports, Team Mauritius remains strong at the CJSOI Games, currently in second place with 15 gold, 18 silver and 25 bronze medals. Reunion leads with 41 gold medals. In badminton, Mauritian athletes dominated once again, adding 4 golds and 4 silvers yesterday in the individual events, following their earlier gold in the team tournament. And that's all from me this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned now to the Intermediate playlist until 10 a.m.